はい、どうも、kaitei.submarineのキザシです。シャーロック・ホームズ・チャプター1、飛んでいきます。ということで、今日はストーリー進めていくんですけど、部族の傷を持つ人々がいるのは、スカラディオとシルバートンの間のビクトリアブリッジの下にある難民の野営地だ。ということで、ここのスカラディオと、ここがシルバートンですね、の間にあるビクトリアブリッジの野営地。下の野営地なので、多分、この辺の細道を降りていくんじゃないかなって思うんですけど、この辺じゃないかな。
Beasts!
あ、新たな事件か？なんだ？けだもの？なんだ？事件があったんじゃないか、やっぱり。ビースツ言うてる。あ、難民のやつだ。人殺し。いや、失礼します。この人に話しかけりゃいいのかな。
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or leave, or I shall request that the police escort you out.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness for a case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorized. I can't let you in.
And you are?
I'm Ronald Harlow, here to handle the refugee situation on behalf of City Hall. I'm the acting supervisor here, so I have full authority here to ask you to leave, or I shall order the police to detain you for trying to pass the blockade. Please, step back.
ああ、ズバッと言い当てて、驚かせて、協力しますよって。年齢を上に見せようとしている。ああ。確かにそこ以外、髭さっぱり綺麗だもんな。あ、なんだ、なんかおしゃれな。役人らしく見せようとしている。はあ。手も。精神的な重圧から汗をかいている。はいはいはい。役人らしく見せようとしているって何の意味があるんだろう。ここだ。普段は座っている。ああ、汚れのない靴。あ、まだあるな。棚だ。日の当たらない屋内での仕事。蒼白で目の下に雲。角に着飾っていて湿った手のひら。蒼白で目の下に熊。汚れのない靴。わずかな口ひげ。ロナルド・ハーローは若い事務官だが、日々の仕事で疲れ果て落ち込んでいる。市役所は、難民の野営地を監督する仕事を彼に与えたが、疲労した彼には様々な問題を解決することの気力が残っていない。わずかだが口ひげを蓄えたな。年齢を上に見せようとしている。青白い肌と目の下のクマは、彼が暗くて狭い自分の事務所を嫌っていることを示しているが、靴が綺麗でくたびれていないことから、彼が事務所を出ることはほとんどなく、野外を好んでいないこともわかる。また、ロナルド・ハーローは青白い肌をした若い事務官で、市役所から任命された、仕事に全力で従事している。自身の責任に満足しているわけではないが、与えられた全ての職務を教科書通りに遂行する。しかし、市役所の人との問題を処理した経験を十分に持ち合わせている。年齢を上に見せるため、わずかな口ひげを蓄えた。青白い肌と目の下のクマは彼が暗い事務所で働いていることを示しており、靴が綺麗でくたびれていないことから事務所を出ることがほとんどないことがわかる。洗練された服装を好み、自身を役人らしく見せようとしているが、コルドナの雰囲気から浮いてしまっている。手のひらにかいた汗はなんだ一瞬戻ったな。自分の快適な環境から外に出たロナルドが精神的に圧迫されていることを示している。こっちじゃないかな。こっちの方がなんか、手に汗かいてるとか、暗い場所で働いてたとか言ってる気がするよ。はい。どうですか？
What about the murder that this crowd keeps shouting about?
It's mere assumption. I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
I know you want to deal with this in the right way. You are obviously a professional and a responsible person, but you clearly have never handled a situation like this before.
I am handling it, Mr. Holmes. Don't question my capability here.
And tell me how you do it. You can't even calm this gathered crowd, and as for the police, they're not quite managing it either, are they? You consider yourself a problem solver, but until today, you've been solving problems sitting at your desk in a dark corner of a city hall room. Here, You need a more practical approach.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
目撃者。手を貸そう。どっちもどっちじゃない？まあ、まずは目撃者でいいんじゃない？
I'm looking for a young refugee woman.
あ、そっち？ごめん。
She must be inside the
そういう
camp.
わけ
She's
じゃ。
with child or was with child recently. Help me find her, and I'll help
ああ、
you
な
to
る
do
ほど、な
what
るほど。
really happened here.
You may indeed be quite a perceptive fellow, but I still don't see how you can help me here.
Just tell the police I'm with City Hall and I'm permitted to investigate the scene. I'll work out the rest. Trust me. But first, you'll find my witness.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with her, and I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh. I suppose that things are bad enough that I ought not shy away from help. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell the police to allow you to come inside. Just tell me when you're ready.
ああ、ここ、確かに聞いておきたいな。難民たちはどうやってここに来た？
Mr. Harlow, how did the refugees end up here exactly?
Oh, so you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time, but I read the papers.
Yes, this whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. They were smuggled to Cordona on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled? Then why didn't you deport them?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and found the refugees there, the ship was already gone. We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
There was no other option. We're still trying to work out what to
なるほど。
do with them. I only hope we'll find a humane solution, and not put them on a raft and float them out to sea.
言ってたのあなたの仕
Mr.
事は？
Harlow, what exactly do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
What I do and what I am responsible for are two different realities, Mr. Holmes. On paper, I am in charge of the camp territory, security, provision, and the refugees in general. What I actually do most of the time is knock on every city hall door trying to obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
Are the police here on City Hall's behalf too?
They are, minus those who came here after the body was found. The governor won't let the refugees disperse into the island, so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
なるほど、わかりました。
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
All right. Go inside the camp and find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the officer investigating the scene. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I'll find my way with words. Thank you, Mr. Harlow.
さて、これだな。別に集中と現場するだけでいいだから、うるせえな、ここ。ここうるせえな。仕方がないけど
So
人
they
が多いか
keep
ら。
these refugees under a bridge like proverbial trolls. No wonder the people outside are so disturbed.
鶏たくさん。鶏かわいいね。鶏かわいいな。かわいいな。で、この警官に、この警官
Who the hell are you? How did you get in here?
Mr. Ronald Harlow let me in, sir. I'm Sherlock Holmes, a surveyor of refugee affairs with City Hall. You're Inspector Tewkesbury, I presume?
A surveyor. What does that even mean?
In short, I've been sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the damage inflicted on state property.
Got it. Another paperworm sent to count money and get food for archive mold. Go on, look around, but don't make yourself too at home. As if I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me what happened here?
What happened? People from the bridge above the camp heard a woman screaming and saw a mass of refugees attacking a man. Clearly not a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. Bam. A murder. Big news for Cordona.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector.
一般人が男だったのか。で、女の被害者。他にはいなかったのかな。
And none of the refugees were harmed?
One fellow was cut. He's lying over there near their kitchen. He's in a bad way.
You mentioned a woman screaming
so-
who
so-
attracted the
その女性は？
bypassers on the bridge. Was she harmed?
No, she's all right, but perhaps the whole
Oh.
debacle started because of her. She started wailing and the refugees stood up for the girl.
And where is this young woman now?
Back there in the shacks, same as the rest of the refugees. She's been questioned by my men, but she's just some refugee girl. Can't understand much English.
なるほど、なるほど。死んだ男は何者ですか？
Did you learn anything about the dead man?
The fellow looks like a thug. I've had dozens like him fished out of the sea over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordona with bad blood in them. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
And no clue as to his identity.
He had some items on his body, but nothing to indicate who he was or where he was from.
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
Go on. They're on the table near the body.
なるほど。で、容疑者はいる
Do
ん
you
です
have
か？
any suspects yet?
You're joking, right? I've got a whole camp full of suspects. And if you ask me, this bloke had it coming. Better bury him and forget about the whole thing. And now there's a crowd gathered at the camp, and my superiors say we must thoroughly interrogate the refugees, at least those who can understand any English.
Do you believe that your superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both our superiors would rather keep the story quiet. Since that's an unaffordable luxury now, they're looking how to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for my people to turn every stone and befriend every refugee.
なるほど、なるほど。さて、あ、ジョー。
What a pleasant man this Mr. Tewkesbury is.
そうだな。さて、
Here we go again. Number of hours on Cordona before stumbling upon another dead body?
左
Zero.
を歩けば下に、右に歩けば下に、上に歩けば下にだよ。さて、まず被害者から調べてみようか。下に移りましたよ。気をつけてください。あ、集中だ。爪の下に挟まったゴミ。
Coal dust under the nails. I don't see much coal around here.
あれこいつ忍び込んだやつじゃね？あ、なんけナイフ。どこ見ていいか
A steel dirk. Sharp. A common accessory among sailors and soldiers.
顔。打撲して
An
る。
interesting
あ、入れ
tattoo.
墨。
Does it mean something?
ああ。入れ墨と、こっちの手は関係ないかな。靴。
Heavy boots, with one sole far more worn than the other. This man was limping John.
やっぱこいつ侵入したやつじゃね？ここだ。
I'd say the blade penetrated upward, however, the wound is too messy to be certain. A violent death. This man, limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John.
っていうか、こいつだぞ。こいつじゃろ。さて、こっちは何かある？人がいるだけか。あ、ジョンだ。ジョン。
Such a mess. Let's figure it out.
ああ、はいはい、なるほど。抜け道の目的を特定する。はいはいはいはい。
We've got to fall back, Sherlock. I
Eh?
think they're suspicious.
あれ？
Or they were checking you out.
If they find out about the passage,
今までそんなこと言わなかったじゃん。ちょっと失敗したいぐらいじゃん。なんでだろう。あんまりあれなのかな。勝手に特定したぜっつってやつダメなのかな。世間の目は関係ない。あ、3つでよかったんだ。難民の野営地で何が起きている？警察官たちが心配していたのは、遺体が発見されたことで野営地への出入りが厳しくなり、自分たちの計画で稼ぎを得ることができなくなるということだ。
nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers smell fishy here, Sherry. Perhaps we should... Sherry,
Ah,
just
Jean.
look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat came up with this idea?
そうだな。これは、なるほど。こっからどっかに抜ける道があって、この警官たちはそれで小銭稼ぎをしていたわけだ。警官のくせに悪どい稼ぎをしていたわけだ。だからここで事件が起きちゃって、やっべーってなってんだ。まったく。野営地の侵入者の遺体。あ、これが所持品？
A simple leather sheath. Perfect for a dirk.
この本人の持ち物だったんだ、これ。あ、マルパルじゃない？
Malpal, soaked with salt water.
んだよな。で、
£1,000. A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona.
盗んだ絵画で得たお金じゃねこれ。だって3番目はどこだ？ 3 番目ここか。はいはい。
Someone bled profusely here.
うんうん。木箱壊れてる。
A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
なるほど。ことがことだけにあの警官たちも警戒していたからあんまり間違っちゃいけなかったってことなのかな。あ、靴跡。砂の中の
A
小さな
furrow
水
in the ground.
地名が軽く出血。
A blood trail leading to or from the canal.
ああ、なるほど。本当だ。ここで出血してタラタラタラじゃないよな、さすがに。あ
Clearly a left handprint here.
うん。それは確かに。あ、来た。4が待ってる。あっちだろ。5、6、7はどこに行ったんだろう。足跡。警察のブーツ。
Police boots.
ああ。
Always happy to trample evidence. A man's footprint.
はい。すいません。くしゃみしました。
A heavy boot with a worn out sole.
なるほど。なんか27だっけ？はい、裸足かの人がいたってことだな。こっちか。567。はい。あ
Oh, carnelian agate beads, a traditional African adornment.
ああ、なるほど。バラバラになっちゃったんだ。これはお
The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike.
なるほど。この骨はあ、もしかしてこれで切りつけたってこと？
It might have been used as an improvised weapon.
ああ、まあ全然なると思うけど。
No hint of blood or impact.
なるほど。血とかはついてない。実際に切りつけたものではないのかな。あ、その人？その人ですか？苦しそうですね。
The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately.
警察は何してるんですか？あれ？あ、こっちだ。
He is in shock, feverish, and dehydrated.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
うん。傷口を洗うものと感染を防ぐもの。この辺にあるかな。もしかしてこれか？低用ヒー
That
ラ
will kill, not save him.
ダメだった。あ、これ。熱湯したお湯清潔。
I'll use it to create a solution.
なるほど。失礼します。
I'm afraid these leaves can only be added to tea.
いや、違うくないって言った？止血はでき
Nausea
るけ
and
ど。
stomach pain is not what he needs
これ
now.
は
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading.
これ。あ、大釜から汲んだ水は十分清潔だ。アロエベラだな。は感染症を防ぐいい自然薬になる。よし。じゃあ助けるぞ、この人。あと包帯として使えるものを探さないと。あるじゃん。すいません、服一着借りていいですか？布。おそらく清潔だ
Just
ろ
washed. Better than nothing to bandage the wound.
う。うん、そうだな。
I've collated all the ingredients now to prepare the first aid solution.
あ、もしかして。これだ、科学だ。科学分析。じゃあ今日は、全然見えるじゃん。あれ全然見える。全然見えるな。はい、これいじれるんだ。なんだ。じゃあ問題ねえじゃん。知らなかった、いじれること。赤に緑1、水色-4です。はい、ということでサクッとやっちゃいました。何をしたと言えばいいんだろう。とりあえず、-4を作ろうということで、ここの-2と-2と2を合わせようと思ったので、これもっと簡単にできると思うんですけど、全然。 ちょっとややこしくしてしまったな感はあります。こことか使えれば全然余裕でできた気がしますね。まあそれは置いといて、俺はこんな感じで作りました。反転させて、緑1と青マイナス2を作り、あとはもう合わせるだけですね。この赤2と青マイナス2を合わせて、確定です。成功ということで、もうこれで薬作ったことになるのかな。いや、大丈夫かい？手当てしよう。
Thank you. This should make you feel better, my friend. Now remain lying down and drink as much water as you can.
Well done, Sherry. At least he won't die from the infection.
うん。水、ちゃんと飲むんだぞ。いいか、ちゃんと水飲むんだぞ。5月上旬に俺は熱中症になったんだ。水、飲むんだぞ。はい。これからは以上です。こちらからは以上です。これ調べたっけ？
Someone was dragged against their will.
あ、耐えようとしていたけど引きずられてると。
I'd like to understand.
What?
How did our dead man end up inside the camp in the first place?
ああ、確かにな。これを、まだこれ、足りてなくない？そんなことはないのかな。じゃあこれを、犯人はどうやって忍び込んだかを調べる。あ、船。ありえない。
It's unlikely anyone could get in or out of the camp by water without alerting the police guards.
なるほど、なるほど。あ、でも何もなさ、あったあったあった。強固なもん、長い間開けられていない。
Sealed shut. I doubt our man could get through these grates.
なるほど。お、なんだ？マルパル。あ、これ。マルパルだ。
A single Malpal butt.
一つだけ。それ以外は？
Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers. So there wasn't any sophisticated infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the camp. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the camp.
なるほど。これはもう OK と。じゃあ今度はこれを聞いていきたいな。話を聞ける方は、あ、この人聞けそう。あ、トルコ人で仕立て屋で、あれ？でも別にこの人アフリカ系じゃないから入ってきた人じゃなくない？エチオピア人、物乞い。ちょっとこの人に話聞いてみたいな。この服装なら話してくれそうかな。
Excuse me, just one question.
I can't tell you
わからないか。
because I don't know.
まあありがとう。ご協力感謝。あ、有効的になった。やっぱ名探偵の衣装が好きなんだな。わかるよ。
Help me, please.
You and I are the economic foundation of this island. We should help each other. But I don't know what you are talking about.
オッケーオッケー。本当に難民かこの人たち。融合的だ。すいません、聞いてもいいですか？
May I ask for your assistance?
I'm so
ですよ
sorry.
ね。
I can't help you, sir.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
いやーだってジョンが野営地で聞き込みをするって言うから、そうなるともう再現だけになっちゃうな。まあ再現するか、ひとまず。はい、やりましょう。いや、こんな感じではないよ。そうだな。で、嫌がる人を助けるためにやっぱ難民はこうして、こうなって、ここはちょっと要相談だな。ぐさ。これはここが壊れてるから、これでいい。あー、なるほど。蹴って倒したんだ。この時点でナイフは持ってるから、そこでナイフは落としてないと思うな。刺さったまま動かされたから、もう刺さったまま落とされたんじゃないか。で、それを引きずり上げて、胸のナイフをどっかで、胸のナイフどこで見つけたんだっけ、俺。まあでも、ひとまずこれでいいんじゃないかな。どうでしょうか。
You're not even
違いま
trying,
した。
Sherry. Concentrate.
はい。ああ、でもよく考えたら、ここで左手で押さえてるんだよな、この人。はいはいはい。野営地の地下、あっちか。これか？これでどうだ、ジョン。 あった。最後だけだっ
So we
た。
have a thug who came to take a refugee woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force. One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick, yet he could do nothing against a cutthroat with a blade. The man didn't anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free. The thug took fright and fled. He was stopped by the falling crates. He stumbled and fell, piercing his chest with his own
自
blade.
分で
However, the wound didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell. Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. In our man's case, it's the same sword.
失敗した誘拐と。これを話す。この野営地についてはまだ放置していいのかな。一応セーブしておこうか、じゃあ。これで、今一番最新のデータは、この野営地の問題になりました。で、この状態で、どっちに話すんだこれ。こっち
You still here?
来ましたよ。あれ
I'll just look around and do my paperwork. You won't even notice me.
I wish.
事件について話すんじゃなくて、二人に証拠を提示しろってこと？いや、でも、左の人は無関係じゃね？だってこの人、今日、なんか、ここに来たでしょ？
You still here?
いました。ひとまずこれ聞く？
Inspector, I believe I can aid your investigation. I know who the dead man is and what really happened here.
You do? Well, good for you. But I'm afraid I'm not the one you need to share your findings with. Speak to Mr. Harlow here. He's the one
なるほど。
responsible for settling things in the camp.
You don't even care to listen?
Oh, I do care. And maybe even more than I need to. But I'm only here today to lock the place up, question witnesses, and file the facts. It's sad, but coming up with conclusions is not among my tasks here. You fellows at City Hall do that. Anyway, speak to the supervisor. I'll just stand by and listen to what you have to say.
なるほど、なるほど。わかりました。
I'll just look around and do my paperwork. You won't even notice me.
I wish.
この人に関しては、本当に無関与ってことなんだな。なんか、この人がどんな人かも調べなかったしな。
Mr. Harlow, your refugees didn't murder anyone.
What? Pray tell me what you've learned.
All right, listen carefully. This might solve one problem for you, but will create a few more.
Oh, well, that's a great start.
The man came to the camp intending to kidnap one of your refugees, a woman. What he didn't expect was that the refugees would stand up to protect the woman. A brawl had broken out. In the chaos of it, the man stumbled over those crates and fell on his own blade.
How do you know he fell on his own blade?
The wound in his chest was inflicted from an unusual angle. It was not an offensive stab, shall we say. The refugees didn't touch him. And judging by the blood at the scene, the intruder managed to raise himself but was unable to walk very far. He ultimately fell into the canal.
But how did he sneak into the camp? Why didn't the police see him?
And this is where your new problems emerge, Mr. Harlow.
What do you mean?
You're not a dull-witted man. You know what I mean. There is no feasible way to get into the camp without the police guards knowing of it.
The pile of mess I had to sort out has just become bigger, but somehow that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I thank you for your help, Mr. Holmes. I'll take it from here. Meanwhile, I'll make sure the police aren't detaining the refugees any longer. You can go back in and look for your witness.
You think one small clock can make
What is
any
it?
difference in this place?
これでやっ
Who knows,
と
John?、Just one ill-fitting
ごめん。
cog could make the whole machine crumble.
これでやっとあれか。この件について、難民に聞くことができるのか。というところなんですけど、多分動画時間的にもう終わらないといけないので、はい、ここまでご視聴いただきありがとうございました。さあ、じゃあ、ここで何があったのかというか、ここで何が行われていたのか、調査していこうと思います。それではまた次回の動画でお会いしましょう。バイバーイ。